Shalom. This is Brother Shalamah from the Great Millstone Atlanta camp. First and foremost, I want to say, Call Halal, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and safety to the elect of Israel. I'm just going to get into the destruction and how the Lord is going to have destruction coming from every angle, and you can't escape it. You can't hide. You can't escape it. It's gonna come from every angle. It's gonna take out the wicked and the ones He want salvation for. They're gonna be saved, which are the elect of Israel, and the heathens that make it are going into slavery. So I'm gonna start off by reading. I'm gonna start off with the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 5. It says, "Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust, and the multitude of the terrible ones shall be as chaff that passes away. Yea, it shall be at an instant suddenly. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise, with storms and tempests and the flames of devouring fire." So let's focus on verse 6. You got the earthquakes. Um, we already know it's been uh, a record-breaking number of deadly earthquakes this year alone, and with more to come. That great noise, you got the noise from the storms. These storms are killing people. The noise from the earthquakes. Not only that, explosions. And then it says with storms and tempests, and that word tempest it means whirlwind. It can be a tornado or a hurricane. And it says, and the flames of the devouring fire. So we have forest fires in the largest down in South America, the largest tropical forests on Earth, one in Africa and one in South America. They're both on fire. Even though the news isn't talking about it, that's what's going on right now. I think they mentioned it when it first started, but they never said that it ended. So that means it's still going on. So all of these things are starting, and this is just the beginning. And we all know the last of the destruction is going to be those nuclear bombs, those nuclear missiles that's going to be shot onto America. So just to get more into the point, one of the brothers put in the chat earlier. It was a guy down in the Bahamas. He was talking about how he lost his son. So he said that they went from house to house. They went to like 3 different houses. The houses kept crashing down and flooding out. At first it was the wind bringing the houses down, and then the water would come in and flood the people that's trapped inside the houses. It was like a setup. You try and get into a shelter, then the wind bring the shelter down, and then when you try and dig your way out, then the water comes in and floods you and drown you. That's straight up judgment. But this guy was talking about how he took his wife and his son, his 5-year-old son, from house to house, and I think they went through like 3 different houses, and the houses just kept being destroyed. So he was going to another house, and he had a son on his back, and he saw sharks in the water. So he saw the sharks coming because the sharks was eating the people that was drowning. And the Lord put the spirit on those sharks to come in and finish the job off. Just think, your house crashes down, and then the water comes in and floods it out, and then right before you think you're making it out of a window, you break the glass and try and escape out the window. Then a shark grab you and eat you, and that's judgment. It's nowhere around this judgment. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and get Amos chapter 5 and 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into a house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?" That darkness is talking about the death. The only way you can get out of this thing is to call on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. But 2/3 of all people not going to call on that name. So 2/3 of all people are going to be destroyed. Friends, family members, children. And you're going to understand that the Lord is real serious about his will. He gave you people commandments to keep. Then he sounded the horn of the trumpet to let you know what's coming and to come back to his true name and to the commandments. And you people still refuse to listen. So what he's going to do next? He's going to start his judgment. I'm going to go ahead and get Amos chapter 9 in verse 2. It says, "Though they dig into hell, hence shall my hand take them. Thou they climb up to heaven, hence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out hence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, hence I will command the serpent, and he shall bite them." And that serpent he's talking about is Leviathan. It's pretty much a sea monster that people don't know about. But yeah, just getting back to the point, the Lord is going to bring more judgment, more signs, more fires, more terrible weather, just to weed out the wicked and save his elect. Some is gonna, is gonna be destroyed, and some is gonna see it as a wake up call. So this is actually the Lord, waking his people up as well, because starting with the elders and apostles, a great millstone on down, men have been putting out this word that the destruction is coming and what you need to do to be saved. But you people refuse to listen. I'm gonna get uh, Revelations chapter 6, and I'm gonna start at 15. And it says, "And the kings of the earth, and the great man, and the rich man, and the chief captains, and every mighty man, and the mighty man, and every bondman, and every free man, hide themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. So those that that's not calling on the name of the Lord, you're gonna be calling on these rocks to hide you. You're gonna try and think that a cave inside of a mountain is gonna be your salvation. You're gonna think that an airplane or a rocket ship or whatever is gonna be your salvation. But we already read that in Amos, what the Lord is gonna do. You're gonna try and reach up to the heavens, and he's gonna bring you down. These bunkers for these preppers out here, you're gonna try and dig into hell. Hell meaning the earth, dig into the ground, and he's gonna bring you out. These rich people with these submarines, they're gonna try and go down into the sea, and then he's gonna call on Leviathan. Verse 17, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? The answer to that question is no one. Only the ones that stand with the Lord, with Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. So I have people watching these lessons and these videos that I'm putting out along with the other brothers. And we got a lot of scoffers that laugh at this stuff. They say, "Oh, it's not gonna happen." Guess what? It's already happening. For you to not see that this is the judgment of the Lord, where's your brain? Where's your head right now? Do you not watch the news? Do you not watch TV? Are you not on social media? Do you not see what's going on? Earthquakes, fires, tempests, just like we just read. This is uh this is Luke chapter 6 in verse 15. Not 15, verse 25. It says, woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. So the ones that's laughing now, you gonna mourn and weep later. At the same time, you're gonna be starving. It's not gonna be any food. You're probably gonna have a disease because the Lord is gonna bring different plagues. You're gonna be starving to death and running from destruction at the same time. Laugh then. All we doing is warning you of what's to come. All we doing is warning you, telling you who the men of the Lord are, who salvation is for, and what's going to happen in the near future, the very near future. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get one more, and then I'm gonna end it in the book of book of Psalms, chapter 11. Is that what I want? I'm just gonna start from. I'm gonna start from verse 2, and this goes for these heathen nations too. You know, Esau, the so-called white man, Moab. You know, the Asians. You know, these Arabs, these Africans too. All these different nations that's over here in Babylon the Great, United States of America. This is what's gonna happen to the wicked. It says, "For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the sting that may privily shoot at the upright in heart of the foundations be destroyed. What can the righteous do? The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold, his eyelids try the children of men. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence his soul hateth. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire, and brimstone, and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. For the righteous Lord loveth for the righteous Lord loveth righteousness. His countenance doeth behold the upright." The main point on that is he loved the righteous and he hate the wicked. I really hope one day to see the image on the right side of the screen, up in a chariot of the Lord. You know, after I receive salvation, I'm hoping, you know, along with the other men that's in this truth, we're hoping that's what we receive, and we're gonna be looking down and seeing what you see on the screen: floods, storms, lightning, buildings crashing, buildings on fire. There's no way you can escape this. You go to you in a building and you at the bottom, and the water comes and starts moving up. Then you climb up to the top of the building and you get sucked up by a tornado or get hit by a lightning strike. So Lord willing, this was edifying. Call halal Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah by Shem Rakak Dash. Why a ball like a ball.